Will Hensel reward them as promised? That
Seems ominous, isn't it? Hi, everyone. Welcome to The Witcher. This was like the best intro sequence with Ilona asking if they're gonna get paid, as was
I thought we
promised
were gonna get
by
paid
Aura.
by not
By
Hensel.
not Henselt. Yeah, I should have meant the crown.
Oh, okay.
But, I slipped. Henselt's dead.
Yeah.
Um,
Or is he?
I didn't change the title, but whatever, I'll change it later. Hi everyone, happy Friday. I am Wandering DM. Welcome to The Witcher, and this is our super crew. Let's just introduce ourselves real quick, and then we'll recap what happened with our guest Aura last week, Kiana, and then we'll get going in Kedwin. So to my left is our resident bard, who should introduce herself.
Oh, I'm
Please.
sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm
I've
bad
been
at
built-
introductions.
I've been trying to get two boxes of IKEA sofas into my house, and then I started building it, and the Allen keys are like this big. It's the biggest Allen key I've ever seen. Two of them, different thicknesses. Anyway, my name's Lauren. When I am not building IKEA furniture, I play Ilona, the elven bard.
And
I don't always build IKEA furniture,
but when I do,
I'm not alone on the barge.
All those other times, though, I might pull an Ilona and drink after I'm done.
a good thing. I do the same, and I drink while I build my IKEA furniture. Actually, I lie. I don't build it. My girlfriend does. Hey, next to Ilona is our Nilfgaardian knight.
Hi, everybody. I'm Steven. I'm playing a knight. Kahir Caradwin Different Ep Bedwir. Right from the old Noogle.
Soon enough, you'll be saying it as if it was your own name.
That would be scary.
Or, I figure if you say it 3 times in a row in front of a mirror, there's a young knight that comes in and challenges you to a duel.
That sounds fun.
Yep.
This
And last but not least, our resident witcher, Ariella.
Hey guys, I'm Jillian, also known as Super Demon X on Twitter, and I am playing Ariella, your friendly neighborhood witcher who is just really tense right now for several reasons.
And before we start, I have a bit of an announcement to make. You might notice that there's a new Twitch extension running on the stream. It's not working for today. I was testing it out during the day, so don't pay attention to it. There will be other announcements later when it starts working and everything. But it's not going to do anything for us and the game today. So last we left off, the group was heading to Kedwin to, potentially get paid to follow up with the money that was left by Aura, the Witcher from the Wolf School, who left a parting gift before leaving. The night after you, defeated rather easily a Doppler in combat. Said Doppler, who was the one that took Henselt's form, was being hunted down by Aura and was seen in Vizima trying to run away from their hunter. Unfortunately, tried to take the guise of a different merchant. One that you had already encountered before. And the ruse was up pretty quickly enough. And thus, the group, after what I thought would have been a very dangerous fight, just took care of the Doppler. And then left for Kedwin to try to get the other part of the payment that Aura had talked about.
How much gold did she leave us?
I think she left you a total of 50 gold split between the 3 of you.
Oh, that's not very much. Okay.
No, it's not. It's like the pocket change that she had left.
Yeah. We were all drunk when we fought that.
Yes, all of you
You
were.
were the drunkest of them all. I was not that bad.
I was real
I
drunk.
didn't even get to do anything.
Still, it should have been a very tough encounter that
It was.
going to tax all of your resources.
It did.
No, it
But-
didn't.
Have you ever tried to get
You
up and
literally
jump over a
murdered the
table and
doctor.
murder a doppelganger while drunk?
Well,
Murdered-
no,
Difficult.
but it,
brutally murdered it, which impressed Ariella, and she is rarely impressed by any normal person.
I broke its jaw.
you did.
Yeah. You loosened it up for me.
Which, if they had run away, would have meant that they could only transform into someone with a broken jaw from now on.
Yep, which made it a lot easier to find them.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Okay, but
they
it's-
never ran away.
It's dead, so.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
And a few days later, about 2 weeks later, you finally arrive at the gates of Ard Caraig in northern Kedwin. It's cooler. November is just around the corner. We are in late October by this time. I'm sorry, we are in early October by this time. Still, November is only a month away, and it is starting to cool off, especially at night. The gates of town are open. You have a few merchants coming and going, carrying their carts or having them pulled by beasts of burden. Farmers and shepherds from the surrounding farms are bringing either produce or herds into the city. It is bustling with activity and not as how can I say that? It's looser in terms of security than Novigrad was. The gate is probably protected by one guard. Maybe there's another somewhere out of sight, but there's only this one guard standing at the gate, leaning against the wall, and he's just looking at people passing with a certain nonchalance. As he sees your group approaches, he just whistles. Whew! I'm not going to whistle in my mic. And just nods his head as the three of you pass, but nothing more. You're not being arrested for being an elf guardian, or a witcher. You're not questioned. Seems like either something is very wrong in Ard Caraig, or everything is so fine that they really don't mind troublemakers.
Or they just, became better people.
Or,
These-
yeah, which is probably the unlikeliest answer. But Ilona, can you make a, you have your return act
Oh, yeah.
skill. Can you make a check to see if you've ever been to Ard Caraig before?
Okay.
Well, you have been to Ard Caraig before.
Okay.
And you have a +2 to charisma.
Okay.
With anyone in the city.
Okay.
So as you come in, where do you want to go? The marketplace is bustling with activity. There are numerous establishments that one can get lodgings or food at.
So,
yep.
was the plan to go to Ard Caraig to get the money, or to go to Kaer and be like, yo, give us more money?
The payment was to come from what
Yeah,
Laura
but
said,
we
Sheila
were-
de Tankerville.
Yeah.
It's
We only wanted a cut
yeah.
of.
So you could make your way from Ard Caraig to Kaer which is about 2 days away. So it's fairly close. Is it 2 days? I think so. Like something like 50 miles.
I mean, here's the
Oh, 4 days away.
who are we more likely to convince that we did this work? Crusty old witchers or this
I am not
Sheila
that
person.
old. Excuse me.
No, I wasn't talking
Crusty
about
old
you. I was
witcher.
talking about the crusty old witchers in Kaer Morhen. I've played the first game. They're all crusty old guys.
It's probably more like crusty old guy now,
Oh yeah.
with everybody else not being there. But honestly, it depends. If you get to Kaer Morhen before the chest of gold arrives, you can probably convince them beforehand. If the chest has already left the castle, then there's no point in staying in Ardcarreg, that's for sure.
Mhm.
But can you convince a witcher to part with their part of the money that they made, or can you convince a kingless advisor?
I mean, I don't know. I can convince anyone of anything
True.
because I'm amazing. But
But let's assume you were a regular person.
yeah, but what do you guys think?
Hmm.
I mean, we're here. We could try it here.
Okay.
I'd say it's safer bet to try it here first.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe we'll get a shot at both.
I might as well get some shopping done.
Yeah, shopping.
Y'all should take care of this. Ilona is just gonna go space out for half a second. I'm very sorry.
It's okay.
Yep.
So what do the two of you, where do you go?
Ariella would be really tense right now because she's in the town and she doesn't know what's going to happen
Mm-hmm.
because of everything that happened with Aura. She does not trust her in the slightest, so she's just gonna try and keep an eye out for in case like anyone gives like weird eyes or just like gives a threatening tone towards her
Okay.
or anyone else in her party. But she knows that this is King Hensalt's area and he's dead, but they don't know he's dead.
Nobody in town seems to know that Henselt is dead.
Yeah,
Hmm.
we know that.
Or at least none of the peasantry. Make the two of you make an awareness check.
Alrighty.
Alrighty. I can definitely do that. Awareness. That's a 23. 23.
23 for Ariella, and 20 for Kahir. You notice that while no one's aware of what happened to the king, even the guards in the market square seem to be aloof. And not necessarily caring for whatever job that they have to do. It would be easy for someone to spark chaos in the streets.
Hmm.
Interesting.
I
I'm
think
back. Hello.
Hello.
Do we have any proof that we killed this Doppler other than our word?
I don't think so.
Well, I figure she took the head.
I
But
think
she
she
also
did.
left you a note.
Oh, it's true. And
I
the note
burned
said
that note.
you did burn that note.
You did burn the note.
Did you take anything from the Doppler?
No.
Okay, then this is futile.
I just picked a whole new futile because I got freaking pissed off and I burned the note.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no point. I mean, we should go to Kaer Morhen, see if we can catch up with Aura. But like
In town here, yep. At least you realized it now before going to see Sheila.
yeah, like we have no proof. It's
Yeah.
it's futile.
Yeah.
Can I just, because I did it, I
Mhm.
want to go play in a bar.
Oh, sure. You can take a break, like a few hours.
I just want to make some money.
Yep. And I
I actually
think.
want to. Oh, sorry.
No, I was going to say I think Ariella and Kahir wanted to go shopping.
Oh, perfect.
So
I want to go find a blacksmith.
it's easy enough to do. The two of you will go to a blacksmith. Ilona, which type of establishment do you want to play in? Are you looking for just a tavern
super-
or? Huh?
I want to play in the nicest establishment that I will be able to get into.
All right. It's in the upper city.
Okay.
It is not the finest establishment, but the Mermaid's Blush is definitely one of the most like, upper classy inn that there is in Hardcrag. It's styled. The entire interior is styled like the interior of a ship, which to a landlocked country like Kedwen is somewhat exotic. And they they normally have a resident bard, but they're not there yet, or today. I was gonna say they're not there yet. Yeah, no, they're not there today. Period. So yes, they will accept you play, though you'll have a fee of 15 gold crowns to pay for, after your performance.
Can I haggle that down?
Sure.
/ try and roll persuasion that I'm just so good that.
There's business that you can also do.
Um,
Depends on if you want to befriend them into them giving you a discount, or
that one.
then that would be charm or persuasion. Yeah.
Okay. Charisma?
Charisma. Yeah, charisma. Sorry. Lots of game, different skills.
It's all right. There's like 50 skills in this that I have a +2 to.
Yep.
+4, technically, because I'm wearing makeup.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Ilona is invincible. You can't say no.
Wow.
Look, you're the one
You-
who made me. Who was like, you're the one who gave me that extra +2 by reminding me about the Return Act. So
Wow.
So not only so you don't have to pay, and they're giving you a room and
Okay.
board for free for a week.
okay.
Can I roll that high in anything?
You can probably roll that in combat.
Let's do it.
I mean, I have base 18.
Oh, I'm not that good.
I have base 18 +4, so modifier.
So make your busking check
Okay.
as you bust out your instruments and start singing and playing.
All right. It's doubled, by the way. So
So 40, 38.
38. Yeah.
38 coins.
Ugh, I wish
Isn't it already the-
I wish this sheet had a coin thing.
Yeah, I
and
know.
Did its math for me.
I thought it was only doubling the income, not the roll.
The roll is the income.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
So she rolled a 19, so she earns double that
Oh, okay.
in
Thank
an
you.
hour. So that's just you decided to go to an inn for an hour while everybody else was going to a blacksmith.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't care about that.
No, I
already
know.
Have
You
I already
made
have a good sword.
you made 38. They're about to spend a whole lot more. As you approach the blacksmith, Ariella and Kihir, they the smith in Ardkareg shares a building. There are 4 smiths that work in the same building using the same forge, a giant furnace in the middle of this open roofed structure. There's an armor smith, a weaponsmith, there's a general blacksmith, and there's a cooper. Is that the cooper? Yeah, they make
Cooper does barrels. Yeah.
barrels and everything. Yeah, so they use the iron and the steel to finish up the barrels and everything. So that's them sharing the area. Of course, weapons and armors are on display. You have, horseshoes on display. You have tools, nails, chains, barrels, crates, chests, what have you. It smells of burnt hair and smoke and freshly oiled swords.
Kihir wonders how much alcohol he could fit in one of those barrels.
quite a lot.
But then carrying it.
It would be pretty heavy.
Hi, mister, over there. I see you're staring at my barrels. Come here, come here.
Yeah, Kahir walks over to him, a little hesitantly at first, but then is like, well, I don't have anything better to do.
He slaps the top of the barrel and says, this bad boy can fit about just anything. Oak finish, brand new bands of steel around it, and if you want for a little extra, I can have it waterproof. Just rub some wax on it, a bit of fat. There we go.
Mhm.
Are you in the market for a barrel?
He leans closer to the man and he says, would it fit a human body?
The guy goes white. And he says, well, maybe a small human, a child. Maybe if you were to contort yourself, a very agile human.
Okay, okay. Well, I appreciate you showing me that, but I was really here for the armor.
I don't like your sense of humor, Nilfgaardian.
Well, I pat him on the back and I say, you have a nice day. And I just turn and walk away.
He just stands and look at you leave and he shakes his head, not knowing what the proper reaction should have been to all of that. Like, is it incriminating if I laugh at the joke?
Right?
Does that make me a potential suspect? If they find someone in a barrel? Then again, let's make a mental picture of the Nilfgaardian in case something like that were to happen.
It probably could happen in the future. But no one really knows. We never know what truly happens.
Yep.
Anyway,
So the two of you, yeah, which shop do you go for?
I'm gonna go to the weapons. I wanna get Kier's sword.
The weaponsmith is there. He's a
Yeah.
short, stocky human. But you notice his right arm is, as big as a barrel. And he hammers away at the swords with, an efficiency that you've seen almost only in dwarves before.
Mm-hmm.
And as he turns the blade, over and over and hammers it, without even looking up, he smells and says, smells of blood, oil, and sweat. You're a witcher, aren't you?
I'm impressed. You're indeed correct.
And he stops smithing and he looks up and says, Oh, a lady witcher. Well, that's surprising. Not a lot of you around.
We are quite a rarity, as you may say.
Yeah, I know of only one other witcher such as you. Well, I mean, a woman witcher. She goes by the name of Aura. She comes down here from time to time. Doesn't speak much. What can I do you for?
I'm actually here to, mind that. Okay. I wanted to see if you had any silver weaponry in stock right now.
Make a charm check.
Oh God! No, I just. Oh God, like charisma.
Yeah, charisma.
Charisma. Oh my God, it's a 0. I'm not even doing anything. I'm just
No, I know. But you're asking nicely, so
Yeah,
the result
that's-
of your roll will influence the answer.
Yeah, I know I'm because Ariella is attempting to do a nice thing. Because
Mm-hmm.
11.
Hey, that was actually a DC 10. He says, well, I have a sword. Just got it done a couple of weeks ago. The problem is well, it was for Aura and she never came to pick it up.
Oh,
So,
I see.
if you would like to have it,
How much would it be for it?
well, seeing how you're a witcher, you would get my special witcher rates. 500% markup. No, wait. It's
500% markup. I would feel.
400.
400? Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, she'll take. Yep, she'll look through. She'll go through her pouch. Takes out the necessary crowns and just slams it on the table, just like. I'll take one sword, please.
All right. The sword is a one-handed sword, so
Okay.
apparently Aura favored like smaller blades.
Hmm.
But still, it is a very nice, slender, elegant blade that is about 3 feet long. The guard is a like a V cross guard with wolf's heads on each tip, and the pommel itself is just a it looks like a crown almost on it. And the handle is wrapped in dark red leather. Like, it smells of oil. Like, you pick it up and your hands are just oily. And if you try to cut it, like to try it on one of the mannequins nearby, yeah, it goes through like butter.
Yep. This is gonna be a good present.
Oh, anything else I can do?
No, that'll be it for me. I thank you so much for your weird. Thank you so much for your help.
Oh,
This'll
you're
be-
welcome. Thank you for your patronage. And he goes back to hammering.
Alright, I'm gonna go find Kahir now.
Alright, well, Kahir is not at the Cooper. I figure you went to see the armors.
Yeah. I don't know if he's just browsing or looking to buy something. I'm not exactly sure what types of armors there are in the Witcher, but
If you think about like historical armor, it's pretty much all that. And then you would have like the non-human, fantasy armors. But the dwarf maiden that operates the armorsmith, she can help.
I don't know. Maybe like, yeah.
What body part do you want to cover?
Yeah. I'm gonna ask you first. What is your budget?
I don't know what my budget is.
Well, I mean, how much gold do you have in your pouch?
I know, right? Yeah, that's what he does. He walks in, he looks at all this armor, and then he just gets out his pouch and he starts counting. Then he looks real sad and says, "Not enough, not enough. I've only got 289 crowns."
289 crowns. I can find you some. I have some magnificent pieces for the night on a budget. If you would like to follow me, follow me. And she shows you. First of all, we only sell metal armor here. We don't sell this soft, supple leather and gambazon things. You'd have to go across town for that. But if you want, I have here a chain coif. And she pulls up a chain coif. It has like the in the males, like it has coloring that matches the flag of Kedwin. She says, otherwise, for what you have, I can probably part of this brigandine, if you want. This is the only piece that we, it's sort of a collaborative project between us and the leather workers and the weavers. You know what a brigandine is, don't you? And she shows you like a coat that looks like a leather coat, but she knocks on it and you hear the knock of metal. And says, if not, would you like trousers? You look like you have some big meaty legs on you. Would you like to protect them?
He already has armored trousers.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
screw that.
I appreciate your
I have nothing for you. Be gone. No, wait.
It was great getting to look around. You're such an excellent smith.
Why, thank you. if you ever have some more gold, or if
Oh,
you want to
yeah.
trade, if you want to upgrade your armor. Oh, wait, would you mind taking your armor off for me, sir?
They usually don't ask me that when we first meet.
I'm not that type of gal. But give me that breastplate.
Okay, cool. Yeah, he like unstraps.
What is your torso armor?
I have to find out. Brigandine.
It's a brigandine. Okay.
Yeah, he's got a chain coif brigandine and armored trousers. And a Nilfgaard Gwent deck. I didn't know I had that.
Yeah, it's you stole it. Well, no, not you stole it. Yeah, you stole it. It was in one of the
Yeah,
horses.
From that horse, yeah.
Uh,
He remembers that. Like, as he unstraps his armor, like, half the deck, like, falls out this little pocket he has on his shirt. And he's like, oh, I forgot those were there.
you said a brigandine, armored trousers, and what else?
A coif.
Chain coif. She can't upgrade any of it. Which, yep. Well, if you were to... How much do you have again?
289, I think.
289, so 340.
Who took the 50 gold? I think I took the 50 gold.
Yeah. I also have this handy axe I could throw in.
It's a regular axe?
It's a battle axe.
A battle axe. You'd have to go to the blacksmith next door, but he sure would give you about 275 gold for it.
Wow. He's like, okay, hold on. And he just leaves his armor and everything there. He puts the Gwent deck on the counter and, like, runs over to
You probably just see Ariel
weaponsmith.
passing by with the sword in hand.
Did you wrap the sword? Did you have the sword gift wrap?
Me? No.
Okay.
Ariel's not like when gift wrapped it. It's a sword.
All right. Before you give him the sword, so that would bring you 275 plus 290, so that's 365. If you
Sounds
were to get rid of your brigandine, so 365, so that's 415, 515. She could give you either an halberdier armor reinforced with chainmail, or she'd be willing, because you have such beautiful eyes, to part with an actual breastplate. Plate armor.
Oh, wow. Please? What
Yeah.
do I need to roll?
Nothing. You have plate armor, but you don't have any gold left. You don't have your brigandine, and you don't have your battle axe. You
Ew.
were like 10 gold short for the plate armor, so... And also, when you come back,
And he
Huh?
here has really pretty eyes.
when you're coming back from the blacksmith with like 275 gold in your hands, you notice that she's sitting on a barrel, and she's looking at your Gwen deck, and she's like, wow, your deck is shite. If you want to go full Nilfgaardian, I'd suggest switching over all of these recruits, the prime recruits, and just switch
Yeah.
them for a bunch of spies. The real strength of the Nilfgaard deck comes from the spies. Honestly, it is like one of the worst strategy to play against. If you ever want to play a game with me, and she shuffles your cards, and she's like, hand them to you, and winks and says, if you ever want to play with me, I added my card in the deck.
Well, thanks. And he, like, tucks it back into the little shirt pocket he has.
All right.
And he winks back and grabs the breastplate and turns very, like, stiffly and just kind of, like, walks away.
So your plate armor has a stopping power of 20.
Oh.
It's got 1 slot for enchantment, but it's got an encumbrance of 2.
Okay.
Awesome. Thanks.
Also, like,
I say as I leave.
yeah, you just see. I feel like when you get out of the blacksmith, you would see, well, the Armorsmith? Yeah, Armorsmith or Coopers, whatever they're called. You just see Ariella holding a sword in hand.
I think he stops. He's holding this breastplate in his arms, and he's like, "Oh, Ari, you got a new sword. That's cool."
Yeah. Actually, I wanted to give this to you.
What?
I was quite impressed with your skills in eliminating the Doppler, so I thought a silver sword would help you in that advantage.
Oh, wow.
I know
Thanks.
it's not your preference sword, but it was the only one I could get.
No, it's and he like, he, like reaches out with his under it like oh, and he's like, oh, and he like bends down and like sets the breastplate on the ground, and he goes and takes the sword from you, and he like half draws it from its sheath and lets the sun reflect off the blade, and he's like, it's nice, thank you.
Of course, you are a companion of mine, and we have been traveling for quite a while, so I thought preparation for whatever comes next would be best.
I really appreciate it, thank you. I'll make sure it sees good use.
It is, and you know your swords, Kahir. It is sharp. Like you've seen swordsmiths in Vicovaro. You've seen them work the swords. This is a work of art.
And as like you're just like distracted by looking at the sword, Arya's just gonna smirk to herself because she stole that from Aura. She's not getting these sword for her.
Yeah.
Payback.
It's got her name engraved on the blade. No, I'm kidding. There's no name on the blade. So the sword, Kahir, the silver sword does 3d6 points of damage. It's got a +1 to your swordsmanship test when you use it. But if you use it against a creature that is not susceptible to silver, then it only does a d6.
Okay.
So you are better to use it against silver creatures.
Monsters.
Like otherwise, it's the same as punching someone in the face with
Just
a
about,
very
yeah.
expensive sword.
Cool.
The hour comes at an end, and the three of you gather in the town square.
Not in the bar.
Or in the bar. Yeah, sure. I figure Alona, they know by now that where Alona goes. And so you gather at the Blushing Mermaid. Nice establishment shaped like a ship. As you open the door, Alona is done with her last set.
Oh, Kahir, you have a new armor.
He prances a bit. Like he wants to show it off, like he's proud of it. And then he's like, oh, and look what Ariella got me. And he like shows the sword. I don't think he draws it and like swings it around. So thinks about it.
A sword.
Yeah, it's mighty fine too.
Does he like kind of take it out and
Yeah.
like a little bit? Oh, it's silver. Ariella, that's very kind of you.
Well, he just swings around his regular sword at Monster Day, and it doesn't do much, so I thought something silver would suit him nicely, since he's been very impressive recently at his monster hunting skills.
He is always very impressive at everything he does, I think, but yes, I suppose that this will help us if we're going to keep running into monsters.
Certainly.
Thank you.
Of course. You are my companions, and and it seems to be one of my responsibilities to know that you're prepped for anything.
Well, thank you both for keeping me safe. So, Camoran, then.
I guess that's the only way we'll have to go.
I mean, is the money really that important?
To be honest, I don't give a shit about the money. I don't.
Well, I'm running a little light on funds.
We could always we could always try and find a contract while we're here.
It's true.
Yes. If you're uncomfortable going, it's really up to you. Would you prefer? I suppose if we should get what we're owed.
What do you want, Ilona?
I want adventure. I want a good story. I want to tell the story of how the owl beat the wolf at her own game and took all of her money.
I guess I could let you in a little secret. I already beat her at her own game because that sword was originally hers.
Oh, wonderful. So really, we've already taken money from Aura. Might as well take more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ariela's just like smirking to herself. She is proud.
Do you know, Ariella, a serious question though. Do you know anything about this school at Camoran and whether they would believe us and would they take you at your word?
Should I roll a Witcher training check to know if they would?
You don't need to roll because you would know. There is no point in a Witcher lying to another.
Yeah.
Like it's not that you are supernaturally honest all the time. It's just from a very pragmatic standpoint. What would you gain by lying to them? Of course, you might be questioned about it to, ensure the veracity of what you're saying. But that's it. Like, they don't... Unless you, flat out bullshit a story, it shouldn't be that hard to get the payment. Plus, if you've learned anything about Vesemir, the old Witcher mentor, he's more like an old grandpa than a miser.
Well,
there are many songs about Camoran
and yet very little of my school.
Well, that is where we're going next, yes? I could write some.
That would be very lovely. It is quite a nice place.
I could compare them to Camoran in the songs about how it's much nicer. I'm assuming it's much nicer.
Well, at least there'd be more than 5 people at a time at
As you say that, Ariella, you hear in the back a villain! How dare you try this with me? You are to pay for your beard like the rest of us. Like the rest of everyone. You don't get no free drinks because of your good looks. Is this what they taught you in Nilfgaard?
Ilona will come up and say, "Oh, he's with me. It's fine."
Well, fine then. My lady, you've entertained us for quite some time today.
You did promise me room and board. Yes, this is...
Oh, he's your... Oh. Well then, if that is the case...
I said he was with me, yes.
So she puts like mug of ale on the counter and says, "There you go, noble sir."
Oh, thank you. He kind of hangs his head and takes it. And like,
Darling, are you all right?
a little embarrassed, but I'm okay.
It's all right. I just implied you were with the most beautiful woman in the room.
Well, yeah. I think that's all he says.
Yeah, so I guess they finish their drinks and I guess, do we want to head to Kaer now?
If that's what you want. It's 160 miles, so it's about 2 weeks. I said 4 days earlier, but it's
Right, we have a doggo.
We do have a doggo.
woof.
Forgot about the doggo.
Somewhere in Vizima. Woof.
No!
No, we took the dog with
No, of
us.
course the dog is with you.
Forever.
I think like while all that is happening, that commotion is happening, I would just be there, just like trying to bond with the dog by petting it as gently as I can. Just be like,
Oh yeah, like Miele's been sleeping at the end.
I just would hang out with the dog.
I mean, look, that's not a bad life. Will not begrudge you for hanging out with the dog. Yes. So yeah, you said it's going to take us 2 weeks,
2 weeks on horseback.
but you said 2 days before.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I miscalculated. It's
Okay.
160 miles, so if you think about
It
it.
takes us 1 2-minute cutscene.
Yeah,
is
it's
what
going to take a
said.
2-minute cutscene. We're gonna skip
It took
over.
us a whole 2-minute, but to get to Vizima
Yeah, and it's
from
gonna do the
Kaer
same.
it was a 2-minute cutscene.
Yeah, we're gonna have another 2-minute cutscene as you leave
Yeah.
the city of Ardkareg
Why
in your
isn't it
very
taking us twice the cutscene?
because you leave Ardkareg in your very poor animated bodies. One of you
Is my arm glitching?
Yeah, one of you clips in a wall.
I'm wearing like no clothing because they can't render that much.
Yeah, or like you're all wearing the same clothing you got when you first started the game because all the cutscenes only load like the official default
Mhm.
thing. And if it's in an MMO, there's also someone running by, jumping all around you, up and down, and screaming stuff.
My Chang coif keeps like appearing and disappearing.
This is well, you get to Kaer Morhen.
Yay.
That was my
Ariel's
favorite
cool,
cutscene.
man.
It was a good cutscene.
Yep. I fixed the title.
Is
I am scared. I'm so scared.
yeah. So we is like Miele like, I mean,
Woof.
Miele's friendly with me, obviously, but like, is she just like she a good girl? She like good friendly dog. Loves us
She's
all.
she's too intelligent for her own good. Like, you know, this dog could easily get you into trouble if she gets bored.
Okay.
But she's the type of dog that, you know, if anything was to happen, you know that, like, you know, danger, she would hide, and she'd come out only when it's safe.
Good.
As you're traveling, she circles the group and like sniffs around. If you ever need to hunt for food or whatever, she helps a lot. Mind you, Ilona, you can forage without any
Yeah.
issues in the woods, but as far as animals are concerned, whoop.
She says I'm fine.
Everything is W.
Fine. Everything is everything is
Everything.
is awesome.
It's all.
It's okay. We have a
Everything is
backup.
cool when you have bad internet.
Yeah, we have backup thing, and we might have an Ariella. Nope. Yep. Nope. Yes. Maybe. I don't know. Can you repeat the question? No, that was something that. No, nobody caught the reference. Okay. So.
All right. So, while
let's take a. Oh no! Wait. Okay, so she's there. So let's not take a break.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
No, it's okay.
So.
My internet just.
Hey, look, it happens to practically all of us all the time. So.
Okay.
You get to Kaer Morhen, the castle on a mountainside. The closer you get to Kaer Morhen, the colder the temperature is, but the clearer the sky is. You're in high altitude. There's a lake with a river flowing near the castle. The water is just, sparkling blue. It looks beautiful. It looks like a painting. And then you get to the castle, and it's a mess. One of the towers is in ruin. The other one holds through some non-Euclidean laws of non-gravity or something. It's a hazard. Half of the buildings in the courtyards are missing parts or entire sections of their roofs. The main keep seems to be standing, but there are holes in the walls patched up by planks and wooden beams. You hear the sound of fighting coming from the yard. Probably
Like
sparring.
training
Yeah,
fighting?
it's probably
Yeah.
sparring more than fighting. Like grunts and the sound of metal on metal, but no cries of pain or shouts of war cries or some such. And as
Well,
Oh, yep.
she's like, well, this is not the Kaer Morhen you hear in the songs.
And like I
I-
said a couple weeks ago, my school is a lot nicer than here.
I'm impressed, but for all different reasons.
That's what they all say.
There's a witcher that stops you as you approach the courtyard and says, "Oh, travelers, what brings you to Kaer Morhen?"
I think Ariella's just gonna explain the situation in the best of her abilities.
Sure.
Yep.
He's
I can't roleplay this.
No, it's okay. He has like shoulder length hair with a scar, like a claw mark that crosses the left side of his face.
Is it Ezekiel?
It's Eskel. Yeah.
Eskel. Yes.
Oh, I know
He-
that name.
Yeah, he presents himself as Eskel, and he's training the new recruits today. So you explain the situation about everything that has happened so far. As far as Aura is concerned, I figure.
Yeah.
And he says, "Oh, you're you're gonna have to take that with Vesemir. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not stepping in this shit." He's in the main keep. You can probably find him at this time of day. Probably in the library, putting all the new kids to sleep with some, I don't know, drowner lesson or practicalities of ghouls or some such. When you come in, the first stairway to your right. If you take the one to your left, you might fall to your doom. So take the one on your right, and it's going to be the third door on your left when you reach upstairs.
Thank you.
Thank you. So,
I just nod.
And that's where Ariella's gonna go, and she's just gonna
He's-
look over to. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, as you look over to the rest of the group, he stops Kahir. And he says, You, my man. You look like the type of person that knows how to fight.
I've known my way around a few swords.
Want to help with the recruits?
Yes, I would. I think I could help them out.
Okay, yeah, are you sure?
Well, I mean, unless you needed me.
I say take it. Not every day he gets to train with a group of witchers.
Yeah, I'm gonna sick 8 new witchers on him.
I mean, just be safe, dear.
Oh, I will. Thank you. I look back at the Witcher and I say, "Yeah, let's do some training."
All right. Make a swordsmanship test.
All right.
DC is anywhere from 12 to 26. The higher you get, the better you are, or at least the more of them you beat up. Oh, and Eskel asks you to not pull your punches. Like this is real training.
That means don't go easy on him. Ooh.
So right now, the last 2 witchers would probably get the best of you. You leave it at 22?
I think I'll spend 1 luck point to make it 23. Well,
All right.
yeah. No, I'll just leave it at 22.
Okay. So you 8 of them, 8 against 1. This is going to take away a lot of your stamina, but you'll get enough time to rest in Kaer Morhen to regain it. But 8 against 1, you manage to successfully parry, dodge, and maneuver 6 out of them in a corner and defeat them or disarm them. The last 2 finally understood the benefits of teamwork and attacked you from 2 different sides at once.
Oh, no.
And you could only block one. The other one hits you. It's blunt swords, so it's okay. You're still sore and are probably gonna have a bruise or some such in the back. But that whole like sparring takes about like 5 minutes, and everyone's, some of the youngest recruits are just on their back, lying and like breathing heavily, panting after such an exercise. Exorcist, yeah. Oh yeah, and Miele's just running around and barking at them, and like picking their swords and just moving them away. When the 2 of them like beat you, she goes in with a sword in her mouth and starts to swing at their ankles, trying to like get them to move away from you.
Oh, now I'm gonna train Miele to use a sword like that. That's
No.
That is not a good idea. Not a good idea.
No. Miele doesn't fight.
But and Eskil is surprised. He says, "I never thought you were that good with a sword, Black One."
Oh, thanks. I appreciate it. I didn't think I'd fare that well.
You would have made a fine witcher.
Well, I think we all have our purpose and our place.
Yeah, that we do. Come on, I'll show you to the kitchen.
Thanks.
And he turns and he's like, "The rest of you don't get to do anything until you've done like 200 push-ups. Then it's the pendulum." And they whine and bitch, but they obey. Miele's gonna stay in the courtyard. She's having fun, running around, chasing squirrels. Actual squirrels, not Scoia'tael. I feel like at this point I should specify. Everything else. Well, in the meantime, while everyone is doing that, all of them anyway, the other 2, you go up the stairs and enter the library, where you hear just before you go through the door Vizimir saying, "Well, that is enough for today. Now if you would just wake up, and there's the sound of a book that slams on the floor, and the of a few children, and he's like, you get to go and do the dishes and prepare food for tonight. I heard newcomers in the courtyard. And there's like 4 children, 2 girls and 2 boys, around like 5-6 years of age, get out of the library and just stare at the 2 of you as they go down the stairs.
Ilona will like smile and wave at them.
You notice that they're smitten by the fact that you're an elf. They've probably never seen an elf before.
They're human children?
All 4 of them. Yeah, Witchers don't take non-humans.
Hmm.
There's too many humans, so it's kind of a...
Yeah. Vesemir, sir.
Sir's my father. You can call me Vesemir.
Yes. My name is Ilona.
And I am Ariella. It is an honor to meet you, Vesemir.
You've heard of me before.
I've heard a few things on my travels.
Well, I'm not in the mood to sign autographs anymore, so...
No.
We are not here for that. We're here for other reasons.
There's actually something you could do for us.
Are you in need of a Witcher?
No, in fact, a Witcher was in need of us. Does he not recognize that Ariel's? Has he not like looked at her? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knows that I'm a Witcher.
Oh, he's
He
just
knows-
being a dick.
Yeah, he knows also that she's an owl.
Oh, he was just being a dick. Okay.
Yep. I'm just gonna look at the library, just like,
It's nothing compared to
Yeah.
what you have in your
yeah,
school.
it's nothing. It's like,
Alona will explain. We ran into Aura, your charge, I believe.
Yes. Yes, she hasn't come back yet.
Oh, really? We've come ahead of her. Wonderful.
What has she done?
Well, cheated us out of our money.
Oh, really?
We killed that Doppler with her. And we were promised a cut.
You see he peers, like, at you, squints his eyes, says there's not a lot of people that would have known about the Doppler contract.
No, from Sheila. Yes. Big contract. A sorceress, even.
Is Aura alive?
Yes, last I saw her.
Okay, you notice his body tensed when he asked the question. And you say that she cheated you out of your money.
Well, we were to travel together, and she was to give her word that we fought the creature with her. Of course, she has the head, so... but then she left.
Yeah, that's my Aura. Well then, I suppose you're here to
Sorry, Steven, Kahir has proof?
Yeah, he didn't clean his blade before he sheathed it.
Yeah, but that was like a month ago.
But
yeah.
they're witchers. They should be able to use witcher magic and be like, oh, that residue
not
there.
how-
Oh.
Obviously Doppler residue.
Yeah, they could probably CSI it.
All right, well,
I don't know. That's my best plan, okay?
I mean,
But Vesemir will say, well, it does sound like her. And it does sound like you were aware of the contract. And you say you helped her kill the Doppler.
Yes.
Yep.
I broke its jaw.
Good.
Our other companion slashed its legs to death.
Oh, yes. Where is Kahir? She's gonna, like, look out the window.
You see him take on 8 kids with ease. It's not even funny, and Miele's just running around them. Like, they've started sparring.
Yeah, I'm just watching this and I am smirking because to Ariella, this is hilarious because they know nothing of this world yet.
Nope, they don't.
So Ariella considers this very funny.
Vizimir will come up to the window with you two and say, well, there is no point in giving you your money and then throwing you back out. I say stay the night. We don't get a whole lot of guests here. We can swap stories, and I can give you your payment before you leave in the morning. How about that?
That's agreeable, yes.
Is
that all right with you, Ariella?
That is fine with me.
Oh, she can say. The doors of Karamorin are always open to our brothers and sisters of other schools, even those that rarely step foot outside of their own.
This one clearly has.
I know. You are a rarity indeed. Ariella, was it?
Yes, that's correct.
Well then. And he rubs his hands together. What are you in the mood to eat? I need to send recruits hunting soon. You want venison, bird, fish, or, and he looks at Louis Lona and says, or we can go the Elven Road and just have some plain fruits and vegetables and nuts.
Do elves not eat meat in this?
Yes, they
setting?
eat meat.
Okay. I was like, is he just like being a dick again?
He's like, yeah, he can't help it. He has to. It's the crust around him. He's like, whatever the guests wish is what we'll have.
I want like, this is the mountains, right?
Yep.
Okay. And I'm just gonna be like, I would like bear.
There it is. I think there's a big brown one nearby. I'll send a few of the kids to go and get it. That'll give them good training.
Yes. They're as good as people say about the wolf school.
Oh, we'll have bear, all right. Now, do you need lodgings for the night? I figure you won't want to camp outside.
I mean, where else would we camp?
We have a room left. There's not a lot of people that like to stay in it. None of the Witchers here, anyway.
When she says, like, where else would we camp, she's, like, looking out, like, a hole in the wall. She's like, we're already outside, buddy.
Yeah. It's like my tent would be warmer. He says it's used to belong to one of our own, but he never came back.
Oh. Gwynblade's room, then.
Yep. That was to be
Real talk, Lauren doesn't want to sleep in
Geralt's bed.
It's probably super gross, but like, whatever.
They washed the bed sheets. What do you think?
I guess mattresses were easier to change back then. It's just some hay.
Yeah, you just burn it, and then you harvest a new one.
Yeah.
Right. What were you gonna say?
Wait,
I'm sorry.
Are you saying that mattresses grow on trees in this world?
Well, they actually grow out of the ground, technically. It's hay, so yes. But yeah, if you want Geralt's room,
Sure. Why not? I can tell Tris Marigold I slept in Gerald's bed.
outgame you can tell Kelly. But yeah, it's in one of the more structurally sound towers. And it's a king size 4-post bed with you know the beds with the like tiny like roof ceiling thing. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a bath and there's it looks more like it could pass as Triss's summer home more than the bedroom of a Witcher. But as you settle for the night and prepare for the feast to come, we're going to take a short break. We'll be back in 10 minutes for whatever happens in Kaer Morhen.
Oh boy.
See you in a few, everyone.